I'm here with senior setter Kendall Williams. Kendall, it's your last preseason fall camp with MSUB. How was your first week with the 2015 team been?
It's been really good. It's been one of the best starts that we've had, I think, here. Even though we're starting with a lot of new players, I feel like we've been practicing a lot longer than 4 days. We're all really starting to click, and everything's starting to come together pretty quick. So it's been fun. It's gone really fast.
So talk a little bit about that dynamic. You have fewer returning players, obviously more newcomers than before. How is the team adjusting to that, being Yellow Jacket?
I think at first it was a little tough, a little overwhelming just because we have more new players than returners. But I think we have a lot of talent on our team, and so it doesn't take a whole lot for us to get used to. As a setter, I have 3 new middles, so that's been kind of a challenge. But I think with my experience, it's been a lot easier trying to adjust to everybody, and I think we're all starting to click and mesh. And with more time, I think it'll just be easier. So
you're certainly a leader on the court. I'm sure off the court, with 3 seasons under your belt, you're going to be a strong mentor to your teammates. Sort of what is the tone you have set for the squad this season, and what are your overall team goals for 2015?
Well, we've set pretty high goals for our team this year, just because I think we know that we can achieve them. Like I said earlier, we do have a lot of talent, even with a lot of new players. So we have goals of finishing in the top of the conference. Hopefully top 3 would be our ideal. We just like to set high goals because it's a way to challenge ourselves and push ourselves because we know we can reach those goals. And I think it's just a tone of taking it one step at a time, but we're here to work. We're here to work hard, and we're here to set the right tone from the beginning so we can start off really well and finish strong.
So the team has just 2.5 weeks of practice before you start with your long road trips, first to California and then the GNAC Pac West crossover in Seattle. What is your team looking to do in the first 2 weeks of competition?
Well, I think we have 3 scrimmages before we play Rocky, so I think that's going to help set the tone right away of, getting the nerves out and helping the newcomers just feel a little bit more comfortable, and as a whole, as a team, start to feel more comfortable with each other. So I think having just more experience playing right away is going to help a ton. So that way we can just jump right into preseason and feel a little bit more comfortable with each other right from the beginning. And I think this year we can also do better in preseason as well. I think we're going to be challenged a lot with the teams that we play, but I think it'll set a really high tone for us this season going right into conference.
So let's turn to that. Let's turn to the GNAC. You've had some success against some teams, and you've had some hiccups. Talk a little bit about consistency and what the team needs to do to keep the level of competition at a high level.
I think consistency is one of our main goals this season. So I think if we can start to play with a level of consistency, we're going to finish high. We have the skills and we have all the tools that it takes, but until we play consistent, I think that is what prevents us from finishing higher than we want to. So yeah, consistency is kind of one of our main goals this year, and that's what it's going to take to beat some of the top teams in our conference. And there's never really a night off in our conference. Every team is tough. Our conference is very tough as a whole, so that's what it's going to take to consistently win in our conference.
And finally, are you having fun? What do you want to see from yourself in your 4th year at MSUB?
Having a lot of fun. I can't believe how fast it's already going. And it's weird telling people that I'm a senior. That is my last preseason, but I don't know. It's been fun, and it's been a fun start, and I cannot wait till we start playing. It's gonna be a good time.
Great, thank you, Kendall.
Thank you.
I'm here with junior outside hitter Stormy Siemion. Stormy, you're back for your 3rd year with the Yellow Jackets. How was your summer, and are you excited to be back with the team this fall?
I had a very good summer. It was nice to have a little bit of a break, but I was really excited to get back and start playing again. It's nice to have a break, but I was really excited to get back on the court and see where this season's going to take us.
So I've seen a lot of team building exercises happening with the squad this year. What has the chemistry been so far between the players?
It's hard to know right off the bat when we're just doing volleyball stuff, but it's nice to have the team building activities that we have that we can kind of get to know each other's personalities. And I think everybody's starting to click really well together, and everybody's personalities are coming out, and we're starting to find out things about each other, and I think that's really an exciting thing about the new girls, and I think our chemistry is coming together a lot better.
So you touched on that, kind of a different looking team this year with the large amount of newcomers, but also definitely a solid returning foundation of players. What do you think are some of the team's goals this year, and what goals have you set for yourself as a player?
I think as a team we want to finish in the top of the conference, but then also with consistency. I think that's one of my goals personally too, is to just stay consistent and to not get into my own head. I think that as a whole team too, just to always be looking forward, no matter after a mistake or a loss, just to keep on looking forward to try to push each other to get the next win.
So as a graduate of Huntley Project, you're the Yellow Jackets' most local player. What has the experience been like to be able to play in front of your family and friends and former coach as well?
I absolutely love it. That was one of the main things why I wanted to be here, is to have my community around me and have my family around me and my former coach, because it's nice to have her around to be able to talk about things, and it's nice to bring more people in to support MSUB. It's a good sense of accomplishment, I guess, to help our team grow with revolving people around the community to support us.
I am here with MSUB head coach Lisa Axel, who is returning for her 4th year at the helm of the Yellow Jacket volleyball program. It's first week of practice for your 2015 squad, so early days, but what has the overall atmosphere been like with the team this week?
It's been an exciting atmosphere. All of our players have come in ready to go. They're putting a lot of effort out there on the court. We're hustling after every ball. We kind of want that to be our just what we're known for this year. Is we're going to get that gritty mentality of just going for everything and hustling and trying to outwork our opponents if possible.
So you have a relatively unusual makeup of players this season with 5 returners and 6 newcomers. What are some of the challenges you face with this makeup, but also what are some of the the returns, the good things that come with working with this year's team?
I would say some of the challenges are getting everybody on the same page. There are so many new people. We have all new middles right now, and just getting the timing down with our setters and getting them to be comfortable with our defensive systems, our offensive systems. Getting everybody on the same page would be the biggest challenge. I think some of the positives are it's exciting. We have a lot of new faces out there. There's just this kind of excitement about the team right now of what can we do this year, and why not us? Why not us, being one of the competitive teams in the conference? So I think that's definitely the exciting part.
What are your expectations working with the team early on? You've scheduled several scrimmages before you hit the road. And then what are you looking for from them to be ready for their first matches in California?
My expectations of the team right now are, play in the moment, control what we can control. Since we are so new to each other, we are going to make mistakes, and being able to respond positively to them, not focusing on our mistakes and playing in the moment. As far as some of our expectations going into preseason, we just need to go out there and play hard and work on our consistency. We struggled a lot with that last year, and going forward, we just want to play at a high level consistently.
What kind of adjustments is your team going to need to be able to make to be competitive by the time you reach your first official match?
We need to go out there and be aggressive, and take some chances right away at the beginning. If we don't push ourselves at the beginning, I don't think we're going to grow as a team as much as if we're playing tentative out there. And we need to not be afraid to make mistakes. Just go out there and try to focus on what's happening on our side of the court more so, I think, than what our opponents are doing to us.
So let's talk about positions for a little bit. You have senior and captain Kendall Williams returning as your leader on the court, running your offense as the setter. What do you look for her to do this season, and what are your expectations from your offense?
Yeah, it's nice to have a setter that's been in the program now for her 4 years, and she comes in already knowing the tempo sets that we want and is comfortable running our offense. And so I think she's doing a great job of just mentoring our younger players and getting them to, play hard and really supporting them. And, if they make a mistake, she's right there, giving them positive encouragement. So it's been great having somebody with a lot of experience ready to help run our team.
You have two returners on the outside, and Ashlyn and Storm, you've been on the right side. In particular, your middles are all new to the team. How does having the mixture of different players go into how you're setting up your offensive lines? Does it change how you go after a big block or set up a hitter like coming off a short set?
You know, we're not trying to change our offensive system too much. We're trying to really have our new players come in and learn what the tempo sets that we're going to run are, and get them, you know, on the same page as everybody else right away. So they're having to make some adjustments, but they're doing such a great job in practice right now, and we just need to get that to transfer over into the matches when we start playing.
So on defense, you returned two major players in Matea and Kimmy, both with some good playing time now under their belts. Matea is actually coming back as the team's most consistent server. Can you talk about your expectations on defense and what this team needs to do to be effective on serve receive and in being in a good position to set up your offense?
You know, we're really focusing a lot on our defense and serve receive. With so many new people on our offense, we got to make sure that we get the ball to our setter, and Kendall can spread the ball around to all of our hitters and have those options. And if you can't get the ball up on defense to her, we're just not going to be able to do that. So we spent a lot of time already during preseason working on the different defenses that we run and just making sure that we have that gritty mentality of no ball is going to hit the floor on our side of the court without an effort. And I think Matea and Kimmy are doing a great job of just kind of establishing that mentality as we go along.
So since you'll be on the road for close to 2 weeks at the beginning of the season, definitely some team bonding opportunities, but it's also a challenge in terms of getting the team ready mentally and physically to play so many matches. What are you looking for from your team during the first two big tournaments before conference play starts?
Yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword. We get to do a lot of bonding, being together for so long, but it is a strain on a team when you're traveling for that long. And I think we just have to make sure that we're, you know, getting the rest when we can, and when we're on the court, we're focused about our next opponent and what we need to do during that match, and we're not looking forward to anything else that we have to do. And just playing in the moment and working on our consistency. I know we've talked about that a lot, but that's really the key from last year. We were pretty up and down at times, and just playing at the same level, same high level as much as we can.
So turning to the GNAC, always such a tough conference. The top 4 teams were seeded 1 through 4 at the West Region tournament last year. What does your team this year need to do in order to be competitive in the conference and the West Region?
You know, we need to be consistent. We had some huge wins last year, and then we kind of faltered during some matches. So, you know, playing at that high level, it's a hard conference. There are no off nights where, you know, you have an easy opponent. Everybody's a tough opponent. And, you know, it's going to be fun having a new team in the conference with Concordia Portland, but we just need to go in and be in battle mode every time we step onto the court.
So to wrap things up, I've seen the home schedule this year, and it looks like you have a lot of fun things planned with the fans, a costume night, your pink night, of course. You want to give us an overview of some of the things the MSUB audience can expect to see along with the great matches this fall?
You know, they're going to come in and see a team that's going to work hard and is going to put on, play as hard as they can for the fans in the stands. It's going to be some really good volleyball. You know, we have Rocky coming over in October, and just to be able to see some really good volleyball from a lot of local kids is always exciting. And just getting people excited about volleyball. We're trying to get more people to come to the games. Once we get fans to come, I think we have a likelihood of getting them back again because it is such a fun and exciting atmosphere that our players put on for them.
Great. Thank you, Coach, and good luck this season.
All right, thank you.